Before the age of 1, we discover a world of possibility. With the newly developed skill of object permanence, we realize that just because something is no longer in our immediate awareness does not mean that it ceases to exist. There is an unseen realm full of objects that offer great benefits and great disaster. With so many new variables to take into account, we develop a map of reality that tells us what to expect. We use that map to plan our actions. The problem is, there are innumerable factors impinging on whether or not our plans work. The possibility of being wrong arises, and being wrong can be deadly. How do we properly orient ourselves to this unseen realm and avoid misadventure? 3 strategies present themselves to us as infants. I'll be focusing on the most common strategy, which is cowardice. For most infants, to one extent or another, the ways their expectations fall short of reality, and the extent to which those around them seem to be in the know, both become especially salient. They learn then to distrust their own authority, and rely instead on outer authorities to guide them. Whatever benefits this may confer, the distrust of self that develops inevitably cuts one off from important variables needed for proper decision-making. One then inevitably grows up trying to conform to some map of reality that does not correspond to their actual needs or wishes. Tension arises as we begin to realize those we've given authority to are under the same limitations we are. They do not know any more than we do, but the foundation has been laid. We've already made ourselves reliant on them. Our own authority has been replaced by that map, which is cobbled together with the thoughts and opinions of others. Without our own authority, we cling to this map as a vital source of security, fearing what would happen if we relied on our own weak and limited will. This map, acting also as a code of conduct, motivates us to cut ourselves off from anything that goes off script. We are on constant watch for things that disrupt our map and thereby threaten our security. This is what's meant by cowardice. This cowardice shows itself in 2 archetypes. Everyone who uses cowardice shows both of these variants, but we tend to be more inclined to one or the other. I'm calling these the follower and the rebel. The follower does their best to align themselves with some leader or ideology that they idealize as having the truth that can guide and protect them. The rebel finds some outer authority and defies them, trying instead to embody that idealized one who knows themselves. What both of these archetypes share is the centering of some authority other than their own. The follower aligns themselves with this authority, while the rebel pushes against it, but both are basing their decisions on this external authority. Both are also following a script that tells them who they should be, because they're afraid of simply showing up as they are. They're afraid of taking full responsibility for their own existence. Being a coward in this sense does not mean that you always shy away from challenges or that you're incapable of acting courageously. Chances are, however, you're avoiding many of those things you are most afraid of. If one wants to be truly courageous, cowardice must be replaced by faith. Faith is not, as many would assume, that same reliance on some outer authority that the follower and rebel use. Faith is an abiding trust in the way things are, whether they are or are not in accordance with our scripts. This trust extends to those aspects of ourselves that we fear, those aspects that threaten the maps we rely on. Faith gives us the strength to take responsibility for everything we've been given. It gives us the sense that we are always perfectly equipped for whatever task stands before us. Faith may be a topic for another video, however. Right now, it's beside the point that you're probably a coward.